On the bottom of the deck today, we have the Three of Ghosts. Three of Ghosts is the Three of Water or Three of Cups in the Rider-Waite tarot deck. And the Three of Ghosts has to do with celebration, with joy, with reunion, with fun, with love, happiness, celebration, right? These are three individuals that are having a really, really good time together. Right? Sometimes this is romantic bond, romantic joy. Sometimes it's just three good friends having an enjoyable time together, a nice evening. So take it as it resonates. Please understand that these readings may not resonate for everyone, but you can also check out your sun, moon, or rising sign as well. Okay, now. The Five of Imps shows us some struggle, right? These are five imps, and they are struggling to get along and to determine what their common purpose is to be. They each seem to have different goals. They're supposed to be constructing a pentagram made of the wooden rods that you see before you. Imps is the suit of fire or rods or wands. And they're having a problem working well together. So think about your life. It may be in the past or recent past, or it's in the present, but moving into the past. This idea of conflict and not being able to resolve things, not being able to work things out together with the other individual or individuals involved. A lot of times that has to do with a company or a business. Can be a family. The fire sign is about passion. So that can be your business pursuit, your career, something that you feel fired up about. We also have passion towards our family and home life. So you'll just need to take it as it resonates, right? Now we see also here in the recent past or moving into the past, this Chariot card. I like this Chariot card. This pumpkin driver, he's creepy. The cat's not even sure what the hell's going on. I don't know if you can see it that well. At any rate, he's taken the wheel. He's hitting the gas, he's taking the wheel, he's going down this, what appears to be a winding road up here. The cat looks nervous about what's going on. There is a third eye here on the car, which is a great sight to see. That has to do with intuition and being intuitively guided to your next destination. Even the pumpkins look freaked out. It's kind of fun. But this pumpkin here is smiling. He knows exactly where he's going and he's going to get there fast. This is about acceleration, speed, taking the wheel, not sitting around in the passenger seat, letting your head be bonked side to side, but you're actually taking control of that situation. I feel like for some of you, you're done. Whatever this was, you're done. You're over it. This Hermit card here, for some of you, it's taken a while to get to this point. You've needed to go within and reflect and to determine what exactly it is that you want your life to look like. You want to make magic in your life. You want it to be meaningful. You want to enjoy the things that you're doing. And so you've been using all your brains and all your skills and all your powers to determine what that's going to look like. For some of you that are spiritually oriented, you've probably been doing a lot of meditating. Maybe you've been going to healings. Maybe you've been seeking out psychics and others that can help you with your life path and to determine what that means. But I feel like there's something you want to be doing. And by going into the hermit mode, you've kind of withdrawn from the situation of conflict. And in order to be determining what your next and right steps are going to be. I almost feel like the Chariot happens a beat after this Hermit energy. Even though the Chariot, that's in your heart. You want to be moving on here. But to others, you see more withdrawn than determined. But that could be because they're not looking very deeply in that. So, Six of Bats, we see moving on. Moving on. You're either this person here, this woman, this child, or the paddler, or the cat. Either way, you're done. You're moving, right? Too much conflict, sick of the conflict, I'm moving on. Mentally, if not physically. And this can be changing jobs, moving to a new location, anything. You see your hope as being in the future on this far distant shoreline here with the house there. You don't know what it's going to be when you get there, but you're just hoping for the best on that one. And this Chariot, it's so funny because these two together are serious movement cards. Unlike the Chariot in the actual Rider-Waite, where there are two stone lions blocking the wheels from turning on that particular Chariot, this one's all systems go. He's on the wheel. There's nothing to block him from going. He's flying by, right? This Temperance card indicates patience. Your ability to move out might not be as quickly as you want it to be. And so part of that process is just respecting that it will all occur as it should in divine timing. Too often we try to make things in life bend to our will. And this is not one of those times. You want to do what you need to do, peaceful waiting. Just like the hermit had to explore, and through trial and error, he's figuring out what works best for him. The Temperance card and the Hermit card look very similar to me. They're both engaged in their own pursuit. They both have a black cat for companionship. She's got an owl familiar, he's got a rat familiar, and a frog, and a happy skull. Whatever the case may be, this is about moving onward, doing the steps that are needed for you to do. You've got certain things. If you're looking for a new job, you got to brush up your resume. You got to send it out to people and places. You've got to wait for the call back. There's certain sequence of steps, and you kind of have to participate in that. 9 of Imps. He's leaving his friends behind to journey forth. Again, this sounds to me hugely like a career change for so many of you. All of these movement cards, because something has gone to shit. And it has in your past situation here. Something's gone wrong and you're moving on. And again, you're not sure what the future will hold here. You don't know if you're going to find hostility, if that's going to be a haunted house that you see up before you. You don't know if that's going to be friend or foe. But you're willing to take that risk and leave your loved ones behind you even to move on. Now, the idea in mind here is the King of Pumpkins. This is what you're aiming for. You want material success and abundance. This could be you, right? This is how you view yourself. This is the King of Pumpkins, the King of Earth. Okay, so that would be you, Capricorn. It could also indicate a Taurus or a Virgo potentially in your life. But since it's Capricorn, it's your reading. There's not a whole lot of other people. I mean, aside from incidentally, I guess, in the cards. This most likely does represent you. You want to be at your best in your most right self. And note that these two cards are mirroring each other. The Hermit is about going within and finding your subjective truth, your personal truth of the situation. The King of Pumpkins is about living that situation. And all of this movement that's shifting you from a place of conflict. Again, I do feel that for most of you, it's a business location or a tough job where there's just too many conflicting values and goals going on that you can't completely show up at that job. And you want to leave that behind, and you're seeking greener pastures for sure. Now, this Sun card here, typically the Sun represents Leo, but it really is the happiest card in the deck. This King of Pumpkins is who you want to be, and the Sun is in your heart of hearts. This move that you're facing will bring you about a great deal of joy in your life. This is going to be a very positive move. This is going to be a cause for celebration for the people that love you, right? This is the 3 of Cups here. So there will be those who celebrate your success and good fortune. I do want to say, though, someone is going to be jealous and maybe a little pissed off, and this could potentially be like a third-party situation here. But again, I'm still thinking of this as a business thing. For some of you, it might actually be a romantic reading. It's a sense that there's just too much conflict in this relationship. I want to move on, seek greener pastures, and that you do find your joy, your bliss, whether it's alone or with someone else. But there still is this third-party situation that you have to deal with. So if it's a business, there could be somebody that's jealous of you moving on, maybe even resentful. I'm not feeling sabotage energy. I'm just feeling kind of like maybe shittiness or gossip in some kind of a way. The gossip around the water cooler. Some people will be jealous. Some people will be thrilled for you. If you're leaving a relationship where there's been too much fighting, too much arguing, and so on, you will find greener pastures, if only by yourself alone. But there may be some jealousy, right? Or some kind of a third party situation. So just be very, very careful that you're leaving one positive or one negative situation for a better one, and minimizing the impact that this negative three of bats energy can have coming up. Because it's really none of our business what somebody else thinks of us anyway. And if they want to have a rough time because you want to move on to a better situation, so be it. That's on them. You got to live your best life. So now I am shuffling one of our Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. Let me show you the box. So anyway, change physicians. Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for leading me to the best healer for the situation. Amen. This card indicates that the healthcare professional you've been working with, or the person for whom you're inquiring, is not effective for this situation. Perhaps it's beyond the training or equipment capacity of your present physician, or it may also stem from philosophical differences in personality or views on alternative healing modalities. Regardless of the reasons, Archangel Raphael is guiding you to a new healer who's better suited to the situation. The first person you think of is the correct answer. And Raphael will provide you with additional information through your feelings, thoughts, and signs. He'll guide you through a smooth and gentle transition so that your health and well-being are upheld at all times. Get a second or third opinion. Be honest with yourself and your physician about your feelings. Change medication or treatment protocol. Know that you deserve a physician who will listen to your concerns and speak to you respectfully. Research alternative treatments. Make appointments to interview other healers and physicians. Very interesting. So, yeah, when I look at this in the context of this Five of Imps, it looks like there's competing goals. If you and your physician, for example, if you guys are not working towards the same goal, it's not going to work out. It's like two people in a marriage. They have to identify one unified goal that they both are working on in the couples counseling, or it's just not going to work out. They need to be on the same page. You yoke your horse team to go into the same direction, right? It's got to be that way with your physician, with your marital spouse, your marriage, all of that kind of thing. So